in development to international.
Okay, guys. So yes, global audience is not a good thing. Like Mappa's clamoring on Netflix. I don't think global audience is a good thing. Honest opinion.
Reach and related business ventures. We're committed to working closely with Netflix to build a long-term win-win collaboration. Yikes! This is some bad news to wake up to today. So let's just get right into this. This is the president of Studio Mappa, the same studio that has animated and adapted the Chainsaw Man series, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's
Huh? What you said? Yeah, it's an online event.
Paradise, worked on the final season of Attack on Titan, and various other shows. They are a very well-known and well-recognized animation studio, especially in the last 4 or so years. They have become an industry giant, and seeing the president of MAPPA making a comment like this, wanting to focus on global perspective, or in this case, modern and global audiences, is legitimately horrifying, especially when this comment comes.
This is bad. No, guys. Global audience is not a good thing. They messed up the gaming industry, and then the owner of Osakanawa said, focus on Japan first. I think Japan should go first. And the guy from Agelion said Japan should go first. And the guy from Sword Art Online said, focus on Japan first.
Out weeks after the actual director of Neon Genesis, Hideaki Anno, said that the audience should be the one to adapt, aka don't focus on the global audience,
Neon
focus on the people
Genesis.
within Japan. And then literally a few weeks after, Hideaki Anno, the director of Eva, said this, we had the Kadokawa CEO emphasize Japan.
Yeah, exactly. I was right, guys. I was right. Like Osakanawa said, um, yeah, they should focus on Japan. I don't want anime to be like being watered about the same thing to gaming. I don't want that to freaking happen. I want it to stay Japanese.
First approach, and even the SAO director himself, Tomohiko, said the exact same thing, that, focusing on a global appeal may lead to failure, adding that Japanese perception of what it's like to oversee.
You know what, Osakanawa. You know what? The CEO of Osakanawa is right. The global audience can fail. I'm right. Global audience can fail. Yeah, yeah,
Likely
you're right.
differs from what is actually popular overseas. This is just really bad news overall. The fact that the president of MAPPA even said something like this is, I'm going to be honest, in one hand, it's to be expected when you look at everything, the writing on the wall, but on the other hand, it's really bad seeing someone that is leading the charge for anime overseas making a statement like this. This is not good, and honestly, this is only going to lead to the same exact situation that has plagued the comic industry, plagued gaming, and also plagued Hollywood for a very
Like, I don't want Hollywood to make a live action. They may swap her character in. Yeah, I was not too happy
long
with what
time.
they did.
This is going to be a downward spiral of a lot of properties that Mappa is going to associate with. And I hate to be a doomer, but honestly, it's the truth, because we have seen time and time again when companies try to focus on a global appeal or global audience, typically when they cater to this group, it's a group that really doesn't exist, and eventually what caused the actual media to be popular to begin with, it no longer has that element to it. And I've said this over and over again, the reason why anime is popular, or manga is popular, is because it is fundamentally different than everything else out on the market. When someone looks at an anime, when someone looks at a manga, they don't, think of, oh, I want something that's exactly like a Western comic. I want something exactly like something from Hollywood.
Like, Western comics fail, like DC and Marvel. Bro, I don't know why they fail. Just nothing. Like the story is just nothing unique and interest sometimes. That's why the comic industry they didn't add any more chapters. Yeah, like yeah, like a manga, they continue the chapters. I like that. I don't like comics because they don't left off where they go in their story sometimes. I agree with
Want
you.
something that is exactly like an anime or manga within Japan. That type of culture, that type of storytelling. You don't want storytelling that is
Like, bro, the Japanese actors are more. They can act better. Like Hollywood is terrible. Like some Hollywood, like depends on the dubs. Sometimes the dubs can be messed up. Like I don't trust them with dubs at all. Sometimes Hollywood. Like Vocalizing.
like grinded down, sanitized, and exactly what you would expect from a Western form of
They sanitize. Like they, yeah, exactly. Like they can, like, bro, exactly. Bro, put like a modern audience, change the story, change exactly in the West. They race swap characters, bro. People are not too happy with the One Piece. Phoebe, Phoebe's waist swap. People are not too happy with that.
entertainment. And I think that this right here is just such a bad statement. But let's get into how this happened to begin with. So it was announced literally earlier this morning that Netflix and Mappa are entering new strategic
All my days, this is bad news, bro. Like I want it to stay Japanese. I want the culture to stay Japanese. Like, bro, like I want it to stay Japanese. I want it to be changed. I don't want the story to be changed. I want the story to change. I want the story to change. I want the story to stay how it is.
partnership for global anime development and distribution. At first glance, there is some elements to this that is good news. And I don't want to just focus on the negative. There is good about this, even if it is very little, and it's not a lot of good.
It's a little bit of good news. Maybe Mappa might distance away from Crunchyroll. I mean, true. Maybe Crunchyroll's not making them enough money. Maybe true or not. Maybe Mappa wants to sell more IPs to Netflix. Maybe make some more money. Maybe make anime more available. Maybe.
News. There is some good news to mention. One in particular that comes to this news is that this is 100% a straight up like middle finger to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is obviously
I agree. Crunchyroll's not a good company. Control's not a good company. They bought out Formation, and I'm not too happy. I'm not too happy they merged with Formation and then got rid of people's digital codes. And yes, they cause
a
controversial.
monopoly. Crunchyroll has had a monopoly on
Yeah, Control's monopoly will collapse in the next 5 years. Like it'll collapse maybe 5 to 10 years from now. I think Control will crumble sooner than later. Like they just treat anime. They put localizers like AI subtitling. People not too happy with that. And then what Crunchyroll did, they removed the free tier, like free watch anime support thingy streaming service. Yeah, people are not too happy. I guess people just pirate. I guess.
a lot of anime for a very long time. They are not good for the anime industry, if you want my personal opinion, and I feel like a lot of people are starting to really see that. They have definitely done a lot of damage to just how anime is perceived or how it is done within the
Like Crunchyroll, like yeah, true. Crunchyroll did that.
West. But the point of the matter is that Netflix working with Mappa, one of the biggest industries, like or anime
Bro, when I watch anime, I avoid Netflix. They were batching anime. I was not too happy with that. I just didn't watch it at all. Huh? And my man used to say yes. I want a weekly anime release. That's why I avoid Netflix's batch anime release. I just avoid it.
issues in the industry is definitely a big slap to the face for Crunchyroll because that means that Mappa, when they
Oh yeah, maybe Mappa does not a big fan of Crunchyroll. Like some Japanese some production companies are not a big fan of Crunchyroll. Like yeah, maybe in the near future they'll associate with other streaming services. Maybe in the near future, maybe no more
work
exclusivity.
on some big series that are the next big hits, they're going to just straight up give it to Netflix, and Crunchyroll is probably not going to get any of these similar
Yeah, like Control will not have cybercast rights. Maybe they're pissed off Mappa probably. Maybe Mappa say, you know what, we're done with Crunchyroll. Huh? Advertise 11 days out of Chainsaw Man. Huh? Maybe Mappa say, you know what, we're done with Crunchyroll.
casting rights or anything like that, which means it's a huge profit loss for Crunchyroll, which means at the end of the day, that's kind of a win, honestly. That means that they finally have competition, which means that they might have to innovate, they might have
Bro, exactly. They need competition. Like exactly. I hope in the near future these Japanese companies cut ways with Crunchyroll. Eh? Maybe, yeah. Maybe these, yeah, maybe in the near future, maybe a year from now, maybe another Japanese publisher will do the same thing. Or production company cut ways of control. Maybe get rid of Control cybercasting rights. They can do
to try
that.
to change and be better as a company to be able to stop Netflix's growth within the anime.
Like Netflix dominate. Netflix made $207 billion in anime revenue. Like Crunchyroll made $1 billion in revenue. Like Netflix, I don't think Crunchyroll can outbid Netflix in anything. Like, bro, Netflix can. If Netflix wanted if Netflix wants to license more anime, they have enough money to do so. They could cross control ever they feel like it.
Industry. But that's where the good news kind of ceases, because anyone that is affiliated with Netflix, you even if you live under a rock, I think you are aware of this. But Netflix has a huge issue with a variety of things.
There's a lot of issues with Netflix. There's Netflix batch anime. I'm not a big fan of Netflix batching anime. I want to freaking talk about it, and I can't freaking talk about it. Yeah, Netflix always batch anime. They always kill off an anime series. Like Netflix, the most simplest thing, Cybercast. Like, bro, Netflix Cybercast, One Piece and Mocha Days, all of that. Like, Netflix should do the same thing to all of their animes. Huh? Netflix should do Cybercast on all of their anime. I don't care it's bench. I don't want it bench. I want it
Not when it
Cybercast.
just comes to anime, but just how they deal with properties to begin with. For one, Netflix has lost licensing for shows, and this is something that happens not just with Netflix.
Like, bro, issue with Netflix is licensing. Like, licensing. Like, when a licensing expire, bro, I'm not too happy when Netflix lose that anime. They lose Mob Psycho 100. I was not too happy with that. Netflix never relicensed it back. I just hate Netflix when they lose things. Like Netflix will shrink their catalog all the time. Like Netflix you care about expanding their library more than limiting their
But a
library.
lot of different companies in different forms of media. But Netflix has lost shows here and there licensing
I mean Control does lose anime as well, and even Hulu. Huh? I mean yeah, a bunch of these streaming platforms do lose anime. How can they say, you know what, we don't want it
like
anymore?
streaming rights or whatever, and these shows go, out, like, you can no longer find these shows legally. You can't go out of your way and legally watch these shows anymore on any different streaming platform because the licensing has just ran out and no one has felt bothered to purchase the licensing once again. And obviously, anime probably works in the exact same way. Well, it does. Correction. It does work in the exact same way. You have licensing for different shows. And let's say some of these shows that Mappa gets or works on for Netflix gets them, and let's say these licensing runs out eventually, okay?
Hmm? Like yeah, Netflix's anime licensing lasts up to 5 to 10 years. Like bro, like Netflix never really licensed back any anime. They always keep removing things. Like Overlord, they freaking remove, and I'm so furious with that. Like Netflix never relicensed things back. Like, bro, I have the right to criticize Netflix. Like Netflix never relicensed shows back. Their job is to relicense it back. Like, bro, it's not that expensive. Like Netflix has more cash to do so. It's not that
That
expensive.
means that those shows will eventually leave Netflix's platform, and if nobody else picks up those licensing thanks to certain deals or something behind the scenes, then those series are effectively gone. The only way to actually watch them would be through
Yeah, the only other way to watch it illegally is Netflix. I do have Netflix, guys.
illegal means, and that's if they're preserved. Obviously, there is always a chance they're not preserved, which means that they could theoretically become lost media. But even if that's not the case, I mean, literally, I covered this 2 days ago, but you have piracy sites that are always getting struck down and removed and all that, and the reason why this is inherently an issue is because these companies, when they strike down these platforms and stuff, these sites,
Bro, but piracy is the only other way. Like, bro, like piracy is the best way. Like, bro, like I want to watch old classic anime. I can't watch it anywhere else. Like Netflix doesn't give me it. Like Crunchyroll lost a lot of anime in the UK. They lost Full Brother Optimus.
have a lot of pirated content, there's content on there that are just not licensed. Nobody legally, you're not able to legally obtain these series anymore. You're not able to legally read or watch these series anywhere, so you have to go through illegal means to be
Better to
able to
pirate.
actually watch or read them. And that's theoretically
Pirate's the
what
only
could
other
happen to
way.
some of these shows. That eventually, as the passing of time continues, these shows will be lost. Now, that is a problem for maybe years upon years in the
I mean, lost content, lost anime content. I can't watch it. Why can I want to watch old classic anime and I can't watch it anymore? Where I'm gonna watch it illegally? That's a
future,
good
but it's
question.
still a problem. But getting back into the main point, we have seen that Netflix also arbitrarily removes shows here and there. I believe they have also even removed some of their Netflix originals from their platform, which technically
Like Netflix removed Kingdom of Sidonia. I can't watch it legally. Like, is net? I agree. I agree. I agree. Like Netflix never realized back their own anime originals. They never relicensed it back.
Netflix should own. They've never been anywhere else, but they've removed them off their platform, which means that if something like that can happen, it could definitely happen to some of these Mappa shows that are put onto the platform. So it's just like I said, it's not good news. Like Netflix in
I mean, true, Crunchyroll does remove anime now and again. And I don't know how long Crunchyroll does lose anime. Like Crunchyroll doesn't lose any anime at all. Like probably takes 5 to 15 years, maybe 20 years for these licensing to expire on Crunchyroll.
general, just from that
Maybe.
perspective, is very bad for the future of anime. But obviously, I could go a little bit deeper. Netflix is also very well known for how they release their shows. They love to release their shows in bulk batches, which is
I hate batches, chat. I hate batches. Like batches. Like I agree. Like Netflix should scrap that batch model. I think they should scrap it all. Huh? I think they should do weekly release. Like bro, Crunchyroll does weekly release. Disney does, and even Amazon. Amazon do simulcast.
I think inherently a bad thing for anime for one reason. It kills discussion and hype around certain moments in episodes because it's like if an entire season, let's say 10, 12 episodes of a season comes out, then everybody's going to be discussing basically the beginning and then most likely the ending of that season, and the discussion of it's more or less going to die down probably about a few days because everybody's already watched it and that's about it. People are moving on to the next thing. But if a series is coming out on a weekly basis, there will be more conversation around it. And I think a really good example of this actually is something Netflix recently did was Stranger Things. I mean, yes, we've all probably seen the
Yeah, I'm not happy with the ending. The ending. I'm not happy with the ending. And then politics at the end. Yeah, I just didn't like. I didn't like it. I was so disappointed in Stranger
and
Things.
stuff. It's like I don't like girls and all that. Oh, I
True, true. Oh yeah, I watched it. I watched the final season, and then the guy said he doesn't like the girl at all. Like, bro, I didn't like it at all.
getting into that conversation. I'm mad as a Stranger Things fan. Okay, I was not good. Not
Guys, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed with Stranger Things. I'm a bit sad
good
with
ending
it.
for Stranger Things, but. The point is that Netflix, they did release the final season of Stranger Things in kind of little batches. It wasn't perfect, like episode by episode, but they released them in batches, which did give a lot more discussion to Stranger Things over an entire month than, let's say,
Like Netflix, please don't do this batch model, please, because bro, I don't like batches. I hate batches. Bro, I want to watch anime normally. I want to watch it earlier. I was not too happy with Fragrant Flower Moon did it. Delay the fucking series. And Netflix, you should have simulcast it the same like Japan.
oh, it's only discussed for a day or two, and
Bro, I
that's
was not too happy with
basically
that.
it. And in the end, maybe Netflix wishes that the discussion of it would have died in a day, because obviously it's been nothing but memes.
Bro, I want to, like Netflix, the most simplest thing, I want to talk about the show. I don't want the show to die straight away. I want to watch it. I don't want Netflix killing off the hype of the show. If Netflix can fix that issue, I think there's a lot of issues with Netflix. If Netflix can simply get maybe do weekly release, Stranger Things would be better. People would continue talking about it.
Hope and negativity around the series thanks to what they did with the final season. But the point of the matter is that it's definitely evident. You can definitely see that when a series is released in like spread out like episode releases, there's more discussion, and the series has a chance to reach wider audiences, more people to come in and talk about a series, and kind of get a good feel of how the community.
Like old anime Netflix can batch, like not new ones, not new simulcast ones. Like yeah, I want Netflix to yeah, Netflix is allowed to do batches, maybe an old anime series. They could do that.
Is really feeling about something and if it should continue or not. And so Netflix, their approach to how they release anime has always been with batches and bulk, and I think it's just not good. It's not good for the common watcher of anime because people don't really like that type of stuff. I don't like it. I know there's a lot of people that do not like that.
Yeah, me too. I hate batches. Bro, but it aggravates me. Like, it aggravates me. Like, Moonrise, they killed that off, bro. Like, 18 episodes, they didn't simulcast it at all. Bro, I was so freaking aggravated with Netflix with that.
They want to be able to talk and discuss this series on a weekly basis with their friends because it is fun. A half of the fun of watching anime or reading a manga chapter is being able to discuss it with the community. That's how I've always felt. I know not everybody's going to share that exact same opinion as me, but I feel like that's a very powerful driving force to the community of for anime and manga. But that is another example of Netflix and why it's not good that this partnership is happening. But now
You know what, guys? It is bad,
we need to
from
get into
opinion.
the Mappa situation on this. So Mappa, I've talked about them over and over till, I was blue in the face. For instance, they are a company that has abused their workers. There is a lot of stories
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I watched the video about chili reviews about that. I watched it myself, and then, yeah, I heard about it,
about them
guys.
being a
100%.
sweatshop and all sorts of horrific stuff within their studio, and they have went on record to try to say they're trying to correct this issue. And I've also talked about this isn't just a Studio Mappa issue, it's basically every studio within Japan besides a select few. But more or less, Mappa is a big focus and they're in the spotlight often because they are a studio that gets such massive series, such
Like, bro, Mappa got Attack Titan. Huh? They got Attack Titan. That's a big IP. JJK and Chainsaw Man.
mass global appeal that obviously people are going to talk about them more in terms of how they treat their employees than let's say a random studio that people don't really know or even aware of that work on certain anime. So that's the point I'm getting at is that Mappa they are someone that is leading the charge. They have
Like, Ubisoft is not the best company. I heard about Ubisoft is getting shut down. Cause yeah, fit a modern audience. That's why global audience fail. It failed.
image and the fact that they are doing something like this and they have been very popular and successful as of late, I feel like is going to be a domino effect that leads
Oh my god.
other different animation studios to follow their lead and try
Like, maybe big publishers like also cannot. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe other publishers might do the same thing. Like other
to
one.
appeal to a global audience and miss the understanding of what makes anime
Yeah, bro. But I want the anime to stay Japanese. I don't want the anime to be watered,
so popular
Western
to begin
ordered.
with. It's really bad. It's very clear that Mappa is shifting gears into more of a corporate slash like trying to make as much money as possible. And the warnings and the red flags have been there for a while, especially with Monabu. If you've read
Like, yeah, maybe Mappa wants more money. I agree. Like maybe the Japanese want. I mean, the Japanese publisher wants more money. Maybe that's
any of
true.
this man's interviews and stuff over the years, it's very clear that he is more focused on making as much money as possible than anything else. But at the end of the day, that is the job of a company to do. But it's clear that it's shifting into the exact same issue that's happened in the gaming industry, where they seek profits and record-breaking profits and numbers over actually why they started to make profits to begin with. It's not good, and I just feel like this is a pretty dark day for the anime industry, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, it is bad. It is bad, guys. 100%.
There's really not much good news to really pull from this, and that's just my honest takeaway from the entire situation. I'll leave it at that, though. I wanted to talk about this. I thought this was pretty crazy, especially after the comments from Hideaki Anno, the Kadokawa CEO, and the director of SAO,
True.
being basically against something
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. The guy, you remember the guy who made, yeah, is it no Genesis? Yeah, focus on Japan and even also Kanawa. Also Kanawa said Japan should go first. I agree. Japan
And
should
then
go
this happens. It
first.
makes you kind of wonder if the reason why they made those statements is because they heard something in the industry, aka what Mappo is doing with Netflix.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like Sony, I'm up. Like, bro, Sony moved the studio. Yeah, it used to be in Japan, and then they move it to Los Angeles, bro. Like, what the frick? I am not like Sony should focus on the Japanese market as well, bro.
And maybe that is why they
Hundred
said
percent.
something like that. It's very likely because obviously they would probably have connections within the industry and be able to talk with some people and probably know this deal is happening. I could definitely see maybe the reason why those were stated was because of this. I could be wrong, no evidence to back that up, but it's possible. Anyways, be safe, stay healthy, I love you guys. Chibi out.